Luke Wright used to be a cop and also did some cage fighting. Somehow, he ends up winning a fight that was supposed to be rigged. This takes off Emil Duchesky, the big shot of the Russian mafia. As punishment, Duchesky orders his son Vasily and his gang to kill Luke's pregnant wife. On top of that, they threaten to kill anyone Luke is regularly in contact with. If you're all about thrilling movie experiences, gripping plots, and heart-pounding action, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. And hey, make sure those notifications are on, so you're always in the loop for the latest on Safe, a movie that's set to keep you on the edge of your seat. So what does Luke do? He ditches his old life completely and becomes a homeless guy, just wandering around. On the other side of the world in China, there's this young math whiz named Mei. Trouble comes knocking when she's abducted by a bunch of guys working for a triad boss named Han Zhao. Han's idea is to put Mei's genius math skills to use and wipe out any digital footprints his criminal gang has. So, Han decides to ship her off to New York City, and she's stuck with this tough guy, Quan Chang, who's part of his gang. Fast forward a year, Han shows up from China and tasks Mei with this job of memorizing a crazy long number. While they're on the way to get another number, bam, the Russian mafia jumps them. Out of nowhere. Emil gets hold of Mei and starts throwing demands at her for that number. But Mei's like, nah, not gonna happen, and stands her ground. Before things can get even more intense, bam! The police show up. But get this, they're not your usual good guys. They're sent by that shady Captain Wolf, who's in cahoots with Han. In the middle of all this chaos, Mei seizes her chance and bolts. Of course, the Russians are right on her tail, and she ends up in a subway station. At the same time, Luke's there too, grappling with some pretty dark thoughts. But then something clicks. He spots Chemyakin, one of the guys who messed up his life big time, and Mei looking all distressed. That's enough for Luke. He hops on the train and takes out Chemyakin and his Russian buddies. Mei makes a run for it when the subway stops. But guess what? She's cornered by a pair of crooked detectives doing Wolf's dirty work. Just in the nick of time, Luke shows up and takes down these detectives, showing Mei he's actually one of the good guys. Oh, and he doesn't stop there. He also takes care of some more of those Russian troublemakers. They find a hideout in a hotel, and Mei breaks down what that crazy number is all about, and figures out that it's probably the code for some combo safe. But here's the twist. Quan manages to track down Mei using her phone. He swoops in and snatches her away while Luke's busy taking on Quan's crew. Meanwhile, on the other side of town, Captain Wolf has a sit down with Mayor Danny Tremello. And guess what? Tremello's got the lowdown on Luke's involvement. He drops a bomb by revealing that Luke wasn't just a run-of-the-mill cop. He used to be a hardcore Black Ops hitman. And get this, he was lent out by the government as a favor to Tremello for his pals over at the CIA right after 9/11. Oh, and there's also Luke's old partner in the mix, Alex Rosen. So Luke and Alex weren't just sitting around twiddling their thumbs. They went on a mission to take down a bunch of crime bosses, all in the name of restoring some order. But at one point, Luke had enough and dropped the mic. He exposed Wolf's detective crew for being as shady as they come. Since then, Luke's been off the grid, kind of trying to make up for the stuff he did on the government's payroll. But now he's back in action. He's got Chemyakin's phone and he's using it to set up a trap for Vasily, the mafia guy's son. He grabs him and holds him hostage. Emil, the big shot mafia dude, ain't too thrilled about it, but he's got no choice. Luke strikes a deal. Vasily's life in exchange for some info. Turns out, Mei's got the key to a super secure safe in Chinatown. And inside, a cool $30 million. But here's the twist. There's another safe in the mix, and Emil has no clue what's in it. Luke realizes he can't do this alone, so he decides to team up with the last people he'd expect, Captain Wolf and his detective crew. It's a wild bunch, but they start plowing through a bunch of triad goons to get to that safe. Just when things seem to be getting good, Wolf goes all double-cross mode. But Luke's not having it. He takes down the rest of the detectives and holds Wolf captive. With the money from the safe, Luke greases the wheels a bit. He bribes his old partner Alex, who's now all cozy as the mayor's right hand and lover, to step in and save Mei. Turns out, the mystery of that second safe is unraveled by Alex. Inside is a little treasure trove, a disc, loaded with all the juicy details about every crime group in New York. No wonder the mayor was keeping it on lockdown. And guess what? Alex isn't just into behind-the-scenes stuff. He goes all action hero and takes out Quan and his whole crew right in front of Mei. Meanwhile, Luke's got his own mission going on. He goes after the mayor and swipes a copy of that precious disc. Plans start forming between Alex and Luke. They decide to team up, but Luke's not handing over that money without a showdown. He suggests they settle things like real men, with a good old-fashioned fight. Just when things are about to get all fist swinging, May takes matters into her own hands and shoots Alex. He's hurt, but Luke isn't about to let that slide. He finishes Alex off once and for all. If you were totally hooked by the adrenaline pumping journey of Safe, don't hold back. Give that like button a good smash. For more updates on this intense drama thriller, along with captivating movie reviews and gripping content, make sure to hit that subscribe button and keep those notifications on. Stay tuned for more on Safe.